Hello, I'm live. How's everybody today? So today I'm streaming to Facebook and YouTube, and I hope you will be joining me. If you do join me, would you please say hello in the comments and where you're coming from? I'm streaming from StreamYard, and it's great if you say at least your first name because I don't know who you are. Anyway, today I'm super excited. Are you somebody who's been dealing with just anxious feelings? Are you somebody who's feeling really frustrated because those anxious feelings are here often? Are you someone who feels super frustrated because these anxious feelings are impacting your presence with your family? Your mental, cognitive presence with your family? Is it impacting your ability to take action in your business? Is it impacting your ability to say yes to yourself because your anxiety only gets relieved when you are people pleasing? If this is you, then please hang out with me because I am going to teach you the PUP process today. This is a process that you can absolutely instantly begin to move, that will begin to shift anger, anxiety, frustration, fatigue, loneliness, like whatever it is you're dealing with. This is going to teach you a way to raise your vibration. Okay, so your vibration's coming from your thoughts and your emotions, and it's going to bring you out of that mood, and it's going to help you be more powered up to manifest what you truly desire. Because every emotion has an opposite, which is a desired state that isn't present, right? If I'm anxious, I want to feel calm. I have the hiccups all of a sudden. If I'm anxious, I want to feel calm. If I'm angry, I want to feel peaceful and acceptance, maybe forgiveness. If I'm frustrated, I want to feel empowered and confident, right? So whatever it is, this PUP process is going to help you shift your energetics. Your neuronal pathways over time will begin to default to more positive thinking when you use this every time you feel a negative emotion. And you are going to begin to train your brain into a more positive default and raise your vibration so that you are magnetizing to you more desirable results. So before we get started, I'm Bambi Thompson, and I am a brain coach for anxiety transformation and success acceleration, and I help entrepreneurial women who have kind of gotten burned out, bummed out, and blocked amplify and change their relationship with their money mindset, to change their ability to set and achieve bigger goals, and to feel more confident to manifest more strategically so that they can get into momentum, they can accelerate their success, and they can have more fun and more joy and more ease in the process. If it's not fun, I don't want to do it. PUPs are fun. Okay, so here's the deal. A PUP. Power Up Proclamation. So the Power Up Proclamation process is great in any situation that you're dealing with a weird emotional state. And here's what I want you to understand is okay, so say you're over here and this is you, this is the divine you, the infinite self you, the God you, okay. The infinite being that you are doesn't have any negative emotions, doesn't have any concern about time passing, doesn't have any worries about money, doesn't have any health issues. The divine you is perfect, whole. It's everything, right? Okay. So here's divine you. And divine you lives inside your cells. It's in your freaking DNA, right? The God DNA, the whole thing, right? It's like it is who you are. But we forget. Why do we forget? Because the news is blaring at us stuff to be afraid of, and danger, Will Robinson, danger, Will Robinson. We've had traumas and dramas in our life. We've had failures and goal trauma. There are so many things that take us far away from our infinite being that just loves life and flows with life and has fun and a smile on her face every day and feels joy and love in her heart. Okay, so infinite you. As you get farther away from infinite you and her perceptions and her paradigm, then there's like a rubber band between you and infinite you. And when you're here, when you're one with infinite you, the rubber band is flaccid. It's just hanging out there. There's no tension on it. The farther you get away from the perceptions of infinite you, you start putting tension on your rubber band. The more friction that you feel in your body, the farther away you are from the perceptions of the divine you. So let's say you look at your bank account or your bank statement or the income from your business. A lot of friction there for a lot of you, right? So it's like you feel something inside your body. That's the rubber band being stretched. If it's just a little bit of a tweak, it means you've stepped a little bit away. If you feel wicked anxious and you have a panic attack and anxiety and blah, the whole thing, you're really far away from infinite you. I hope this makes sense to you. This is information. How much friction is there? How much distance is there for you from your infinite self? Put in the comments if you can feel how, like, let's just say, out of 100%, like all the freaking time, when I had panic disorder, I can tell you, like, this is truth story, that I was timing it at one point, that I could hold at bay my panic, not just anxiety, panic, for 7 seconds. That's it. And then bam, it would come right in again because my brain was so wired to be anxiety provoked. So I was at about a 98% time, 98% of my day was spent with big friction. Put in the comments what percentage of your day is spent with tension on your rubber band. Whether it's a little or a lot, it doesn't matter. But I want you to get real about this. How often are you feeling friction? Put it in the comments there so that I can see that. So when you are feeling that friction, that tension, that's what I want you to do. And I want you to imagine, this is my bringing puppies, real puppies, like that I love so much, puppies into the equation. So I want you to imagine that when you feel the friction, it is a cue for your higher self to send a real doggy puppy, right? They're so loving. They come up to you and they want to love you, right? So they come running to you and they go, hey, you're far away from us. Come back to us. So the puppy kind of brings you back, right? And so when you're feeling stress, go, time for a pup. All right. It's like the puppy from your infinite self is coming over to say, hey, come back to us. Come back to us. You're far away from our perception. So here is the formula. You're going to use a power up proclamation, Okay. So that is going to be a series of conversations with yourself, statements, proclamations that are going to raise you up. So let's say, for example, that you're overwhelmed, you're tired, you're stressed, you're anxious. A lot of people are that right now because the collective consciousness is like that. So it's a very palpable vibration. So this is how you work the power up proclamation. You start kind of where you are and you slowly begin to say statements that raise you into better and better emotional states. And as you do that, your energy is going to change. Your vibration is going to change. As you're speaking, you are focusing your brain on what you desire. You're firing off different areas of your brain, different neuronal pathways are going to start firing than anxious thought, anxious thought, anxious thought. Okay. So here is an example, and you want to speak it out loud if you can, and if you can't, just do it in your head. Okay. So here is an example. You're stressed, you're anxious, you're overwhelmed, and you just first you state it, I'm feeling really overwhelmed in my body, and tune in. Where is it in your body? I'm really feeling it in my belly. I've got like queasy little butterflies in my belly. Oh, it feels really uncomfortable, but I know that I can change this. I want you to start listening to the pups and as the vibration goes on. I love knowing that I can change my thinking and that my body responds. And pause and let your brain receive that information. I love the feeling of being able to focus on energy and ease and peace and confidence. And if you're feeling angry, it's, I love being able, whatever your situation is, you're going to do the opposite of it, right? So I love the feeling of being able to focus on inner peace. I love the feeling of being able to focus on acceptance, neutrality, right? Sometimes you're so pissed at somebody you want to like kill them, all right? Or punch them in the face. It's like go to neutral because acceptance might be too far a stretch. So go to neutral. I love the feeling of being able to get into a neutral state. And I love how my body feels and follows my thoughts. I love that my brain doesn't know what's real or not. And therefore, I can tell it something that isn't real and it'll go along for a ride. Now, as I'm going through this, I am reading off a PDF that I'm going to give you access to at the end of this. There will be a link. It's a free thing that you can grab. So if you're like, oh my God, I wish I had the verbiage, you do have the verbiage. I'm giving it to you, baby. So I love that my brain doesn't know what's real and not. Therefore, I can tell it something that isn't real, like I'm feeling peaceful when right now I'm like ripping with anxiety. I can tell it something that isn't real and it'll go along for the ride. I love the feeling of being in control of my emotional state and energy level. I love the feeling of being in control of my emotional response to what's happening around me right now. It feels so good to be able to use my thoughts to create an altered state of emotion. It's so empowering, right? You can feel like I've taken my brain off focusing on what's not working that's really bumming me out right now, because that's what we do, right? Here's at this juncture in the pup process, I want you to understand what you're doing is you're taking your brain that's been laser focused on what's not working, right? And you're going 180 degrees. I guess that's 45 degrees. What is that? That's 90 degrees, right? Let's go 180 degrees. You're going to turn it around and start focusing on something. And the script gives you what to say. That's what a lot of my clients say to me, but I don't know what to say. You're so good with the words. Well, honey, I'm giving you the words, okay? Because and you can tweak it. You can rewrite it any way you want. So we're changing our brain's focus, which means the emotional response is going to follow the focus. All right. Continuing on with the pup process. It's so empowering to choose to feel in control when I'm feeling or experiencing chaos. I love that statement. It's so empowering to choose to feel in control when I'm feeling or experiencing chaos. It's so empowering to choose to feel energized when I'm feeling tired. When I'm tired, I can affirm I am refreshed, revitalized, and renewed, and my body will follow. Like this is literally the power up proclamations are just declaring what you want. It's raising your vibration out of the bucket of poop that you're in, whether it's anger, frustration, anxiety, fatigue, loneliness, whatever. It's so fun to watch my body respond to these words. It's so empowering to choose to feel abundant when I'm in scarcity thinking. Now, what I've done in this pup PDF is I've put in verbiage for all kinds of situations, but you can see how, if you're worrying, if your anxiety is because of money, I got you covered. If your anxiety is, because you're tired, if your anxiety is because you're, angry or whatever, it's like, it's in here, right? So I'm giving you a variety of verbs and you just continue to build, build, build. It's so empowering to choose. And it's so cool that I can change everything in my body that I am experiencing with my thoughts. And what freaks me out is what I'm feeling physically. So it's empowering to know that I don't have to be freaked out anymore because I can change my internal feeling state. It's really exciting to recognize that when I change my internal state, my external experiences change as well. It's so awesome to recognize the universal laws that are at work that make my external experience match my internal dialogue. I feel so much power. When I recognize these universal truths, I feel so much confidence. It's really freeing to recognize I don't have to be victimized by anything my brain or my ego throws me anymore. So, that stretch that I talked about of the rubber band, infinite self doesn't have an ego. Infinite self is just pure love perception, right? Our ego is what gets into that shouldn't be going on. That's wrong. That's bad. That's danger, like all that stuff, right? Okay, so our ego's over here doing all that stuff. So it's really freeing to recognize I don't have to be victimized by anything my brain or ego throws me anymore. It's so empowering to recognize that I'm in control of my thoughts, and those thoughts create my experience. I love this. I love the simple game of using a pup, a power of proclamation, to get myself to a completely different vibration. I really love knowing that the universe is going to match the vibration that I am pulling in with my words. This is so amazing. It's so freeing. This is so empowering. I am safe. I'm blessed. I'm an infinite being. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, like I said, this is a script, but it's very malleable. And I'm going to do another pup for you process to show you. But if you want to get that kind of some of this verbiage here, just grab my free pup process. That's bambithompson.com/pup. And you'll get this little handouty thing here. And, you'll get on my email list. You can unsubscribe. Don't worry about that. But, I do send out brain hacks and brain training and live invitations to events and things like that. But anyway, I want you to understand that your verbs, your words will change. So let's take another situation. A lot of the women I work with, because remember, I work with ambitious entrepreneurial women who've kind of gotten stuck, burned out, or blocked, and they're trying to get to that next level of their business. Okay. So let's say that you're really frustrated about where you are. You've hit a ceiling, man. It's like, man, I am on a ceiling that can't be broken. Okay. So here we go. Let's do the prep process for that. I'm so frustrated. So start where you are, right? Maybe say a couple of statements that kind of name where you are and how it feels in your body. I'm so frustrated with where my business is right now. I feel that frustration in my heart and my belly. I really don't like the feeling of that. But I know that I can change my feeling with my words. I know that every day there are entrepreneurs who have this feeling and have broken free. It's so comforting to know that there are so many people out there teaching ways that I can get myself out of the situation. I can find a mentor that I resonate with. I can follow their lead. I can move myself into another state. It's so comforting to know that what I'm experiencing right now is actually what I was thinking about in the past. And so as I begin now to use my pup statements to get myself into a better feeling place, pretty soon my external experience is going to begin to match. And so I choose to believe in myself. I choose to believe that this is a temporary sensation that is actually the pressure of growth as I'm getting ready to pop through to the next level. I love knowing that if I declare that that's what the pressure is that I feel right now in my body, then I can actually expand into the sensation instead of resist it and contract. I love knowing that as I expand, so much more universal truth, wisdom, and energy is available to me. I love knowing that if I call in that energy, the solutions that I need, the marketing that I need that matches me and my style, the clients that I need that match me and my style, the opportunities that I need to match me and my style. It feels so freeing. It's very, very awesome that I can reclaim my mind from this feeling of frustration, that I can raise my vibration, that I can tell my brain what I desire, and that as I speak these things, whether they are true or not, my brain doesn't know. But every day someone gets to the next level. I love knowing this. I love knowing that I can be one of those people. I love knowing that right now, where I am in my business, I'm actually one of those people that somebody below me is looking at and going, I want to be her. I love the feeling of growth. I love having tools to move through the resistance and discomfort of growth. I can be unstoppable when I choose to be. I choose to call in divine support. I choose to see and receive the solutions that I've been blocking. Every day, I can grow a little bit more, and eventually I'll land in a completely new spot. I love this pup process. I love how I can raise myself up, and I love how I can talk myself through the fears of taking action, the fears of visibility, the scarcity, money blocks that I have. Everything is within my power because I can tell my brain to look at something else and start focusing in a more empowered way. All right, you see how this works? It's like this really up, 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 up step, baby step, baby step, baby step, self talk, getting a bigger and bigger and bigger, more confidence, more hope, more connection to source, more calling in the divine of what you want. This is really, really, really helpful. And honestly, I use my pups every day. So I hope you will grab the worksheet there. That's the link to get it. And I think it will really serve you. And I encourage you to create your own pup statements using mine as a framework, but create your own and have that printed out in a bunch of different places. Have it in the bathroom, have it in your purse, have it in your desk, have it on your bedside table, so that you begin to wire your brain, train your brain. The second I feel that rubber band being pulled, it's time for that's the sign, the little puppies coming over to me and say, hey, come back to us, us, us. We are over here. We are the infinite one that has no fear, that has no scarcity, that has no sickness, that has no loneliness, that has no heartbreak. We are here. Come back to us. Your thinking, what you're focusing on, is really far from the truth of who you are. And the truth of who you are, my love, is you're powerful, you're loving, you are capable, you can be committed, you can be consistent, and you can be confident. But you have to take the reins of your brain and take command of those emotions that stop you from doing that. So that's my Power Up training for today. I really hope it serves you. I know that honestly, when I wrote this pup process out, there was a very big shift for me, and I continuously use it. So please do grab that worksheet. I think it will really serve you on the days where you just can't get your head out of your ass and you can't think positively. I'm going to give you the tools to do that. Take care.